What game would you like to talk about from this weekend? What caught your eye? And I have a feeling I know where this is going.
This pains me, right? So a lot of the subscribers we've acquired recently have been Packers fans. And honestly, I know we love Packers fans here, but I'm getting kind of sick of Packers content because we keep having to say positive things about Jordan Love. And after the Packers were down 17-0, I texted the group chat like, all right, finally, we can run a show about how Jordan Love sucks.
I was thinking the
And then he
thing.
puts together an Aaron Rodgers-esque fourth quarter comeback.
Same thing.
They haven't scored a single point. He puts up 18 to barely edge it out. Right? The defense gets the job done. He makes the passes he needs to. Right? Romeo Dobbs of some incredible catches. And let's not forget, right? Watson's still not there. Jordan Love looked good again, and I'm so sick of it. Every single game, he finds a way. You know, there was that unfortunate drive against the Falcons. Some things went his way, some things didn't. But he keeps finding ways to get the Packers wins. If I'm Detroit, I'm worried about next week. But this week, it was a good performance from the Packers once Derek Carr went down.
Yeah, so I'll start by saying I was a fan today of Jordan Love because I was holding the Packers ticket to recoup some of the losses from last night.
We'll have to talk
And
about that.
I may or may not have doubled down on plus 1,200 live. I may or may not have done that. We'll see. It's up. I won't reveal it, but I may have done that as well. But the first three quarters, I mean, he was bad. And I was ready to write him off. I'm like, all right, like, this guy stinks. He was missing throws, wide open throws. He was overshooting guys. He was bouncing balls at their feet. They had one
Interception.
fourth to pick, 1 4th and 2. I forget what it was. Maybe Dobbs.
Oh, missed it bad.
Yeah,
Yep.
missed it bad.
Down by the end zone.
I think it was Dobbs. I don't know exactly. Then the fourth quarter, though, he comes back and he's making a lot of those good throws. Like the defense is getting their stops, and he looks unpanicked, unfazed, and he's standing in there, and he looks great. And I'm like, shoot, like he's got it. That's a big win,
Dude, I'm miserable right now. I can't tell you how miserable I am as a sports fan. It is just like we'll continue to get into just how bad it was as a Notre Dame and a Viking fan today in a little bit.
Sad boy hour segment.
But I'm sitting there and during the sad boy hour segment, but I'm watching the Packers. At least this is my thought process earlier in the day. It's 17-0 Packers, and I'm going, okay, like, you know, thank God, because at least the Packers are coming back down to earth, given the horrible weekend that I've had. And without Christian Watson, without Elton Jenkins, without David Bakhtiari, without Jair Alexander, without Aaron Jones, they mount this comeback against one of the better defenses in the NFL, down 17 going into the quarter. They didn't even have the ball at that point. The Saints started I believe they went 3 and out or something, or 4 and out. That horrible pass, like you said. But then Jordan Love ends the third quarter, and he has about 150 yards. He has that pick. The completion percentage is still about 50-55%. But in the fourth quarter, like you said, yeah, shorthanded against one of the best defenses, he ends up with like 100 yards and the touchdown. The Saints have only allowed 1 touchdown this year in the first 2 games. They score twice. They get the 2-point conversion. He's running around the pocket, making crazy plays. And the one thing about Jordan Love that I do want to bring up with you guys is last week we dogged him because he had a bad last drive against the Falcons. Some Packers fans agreed with that. Some said, some didn't. But he couldn't get the job done when he got the ball back. And this game, 3 drives in the fourth quarter, all lead to points, all get the job done. But I love that he's not afraid. In fact, he's basically willing to throw the deep ball consistently. And it puts a lot of strain on defensive backs. And I think that's where you saw them come back into this game. He was hucking it deep and got a couple penalties. He got a couple great completions. Dobbs and Jaden Reed made a few phenomenal catches. Like when he's just playing loose, this Packers team, this offense, it looks pretty good. And remember, 4 starters out on offense.
The potential with Jordan Love it's
there.
Seriously there, for sure. I can tell he's going to be a good quarterback. He has what it takes.
It's miserable.
Obviously, I've said this before on this show, that the ceiling for this season, of course, it is capped for the Green Bay Packers. I don't think it's super high. But going forward, he has what it takes to be a good quarterback in this league. That throw in the 2-point conversion, under pressure, he steps up, kind of off balance, throws a dart.
Yep.
I mean, I don't think Kenny Pickett makes that throw.
It's good. Well, it's just Kenny Pickett. But it's going to come down to consistency with him. Can he string together multiple good drives at once, which we haven't really seen this year? The Bears game, he was good in the Bears game.
Again, like it's
the defense
17-11, he gets the ball back, and the go-ahead touchdown on 3rd and goal was a beautiful throw to the corner of the end zone.
Yeah, no, it's really disheartening. It's really disheartening to see. But and of course the Saints. I do want to say for New Orleans, Derek Carr goes down early in the third quarter. If he stays in that game, we can't play the assumption game. But I do believe the Saints win that if Derek Carr doesn't get injured.
I would agree, yeah,
because their offense looked. Jameis Winston has come in before for them. It looked good. They didn't move,
but
they really didn't move too much.
That takes nothing away from what Love did the entire fourth quarter.
It takes nothing away from Love in the fourth quarter. He was great. He was great with his legs too. Again, shorthanded. But of course the Saints missed the field goal. Like, of course they missed the 46-yard field goal. If that's the Vikings, that's good from 65 yards. It's just insane.
What did you guys think?
Easy there.
It's just insane.
What did you guys think of LaFleur going for 2 down 17-9?
It's correct. No, it is demonstrably correct.
You thought so? I was puzzled by that.
No, so like I've been pumping the group chat with this all week. When you are down 8, it makes literally no sense to kick a field goal. You can just buy yourself, assuming 2-point convert. So here are the assumptions. If you assume 50% chance on a 2-point conversion, 100% chance on the extra point, 50% chance of winning in overtime, you can just buy yourself a 13% chance to win by going for 2. So you go from 50 to 63 immediately for going for 2. It's that simple.
When it was 17-11 and they stopped New Orleans, it was like a genius call. So
yeah, no,
I was mixed on it, but
it did. It's
I think that was a throw of the game by Love for 2-point conversion.
What a great coming out party for him making his first start. Remember all the other NFL regular season games that he's played. Chiefs he started on the road. Eagles he came in late on the road. He opened the season 2 games on the road. This was really his debut at Lambeau Field, and it was going about as perfectly as a Vikings fan could hope for, up until that fourth quarter when he proved a lot of people wrong, and led the Packers, who are now 2-1, and it's looking more and more like a 2-horse race in the NFC North at this point, with a big clash coming up against the Lions. Just a real quick, Derek Carr, he did hurt his right shoulder, as I said, slammed into the turf by Rashawn Gary. He took X-rays at the stadium. I don't believe we have any results on that yet, but he went.
It looks like he avoided serious injury.
Yeah, that's good because it looked bad when he first went down, but he was taken to a Green Bay local hospital and they're figuring out what's wrong there. But yeah, it's once again we're sitting here talking about the Packers in good light, and it's a blue sky franchise.
Blue sky 100%, franchise, absolutely.